are gathered here today to celebrate the blessed union between this man, Mauricio, and this gorgeous, beautiful bride, Andrea, in matrimony. This is the single highest commitment that two human beings can possibly make to each other. It is not something ever to be entered into lightly. Indeed, you're not just joining your lives together as husband and wife, but the lives of your entire families as well. Thus, if there's any person here who has any reason whatsoever to believe why these two people should not be joined together in matrimony, please speak now or forever hold your peace. Nobody. Last chance. You both try and face it.
Okay.
Now, this particular couple has elected to partake in their own special personalized vow. So at this time, I would like to invite the groom to please to present your vows to your bride and future wife, Andrea.
Andrea, primero, a cuidarte cuando estés mal, siempre. Segundo, para estar a tu lado cuando las cosas se ponen duras. El tercero va a ser to provide for Andrea and make sure she gets everything she needs. And then the fourth one, to become a good leader to Andrea and help her grow with me. And then the fifth one, to become better versions of each other in the future.
Very good. And likewise, Andrew, you can present your vows to your groom and future husband, Mauricio.
Okay. Yo te prometo esto. Reiré contigo en los momentos de felicidad y te reconfortaré en los momentos de dolor. Compartiré tus sueños y te alentaré a que los alcances, estando siempre a tu lado en cada paso del camino. Te escucharé con compasión, atención y comprensión. Y te hablaré con honestidad y sinceridad. Prometo serte fiel. Juntos construiremos y compartiremos un hogar que compartiremos con todos aquellos a los que queremos. Tu familia, mía y Coco. Voy. Ay, no, estoy bebiendo. No me arrepiento de darte mi número de teléfono esa noche. Una de las mejores cosas que he hecho. Eres una de las mejores casualidades en mi vida y ahora eres parte de ella.
Bellissima. Do we have the rings?
Yes.
Now the rings, as you both know, form the shape of a circle, and apart from being a whole lot easier to wear on your left ring fingers for the rest of your lives, they both form the unbroken circle of love that two human beings, especially those just like you, who are getting married today, shall have for each other. So if you kind of injury, place a ring onto Andrea's left ring finger. You want to say. Muy bien. The beautiful, but not as pretty as you are. And embrace in her hands, please, sir. And look right into her beautiful eyes. And repeat after me, please. With this ring.
With this ring.
I thee wed.
I thee wed.
I, Mauricio.
I, Mauricio.
Take thee, Andrea.
Take thee, Andrea.
To be my lawfully wedded wife.
To be my lawfully wedded wife.
I promise to always love you.
I promise to always love you.
To always honor you.
To always honor you.
To always respect you.
To always respect you.
To always listen to you.
To always listen to you.
To always be patient with you.
To always be patient with you.
And to always be your best friend.
And to always be your best friend.
And lawfully wedded husband.
And lawfully wedded husband.
Very good. And he said lawfully, not awfully, because we've had that happen before. If you could likewise do the same thing onto your place ring, onto Mauricio's finger. No. See.
Okay.
There you go. I have extra super glue in the back if you need it. And embrace it. This is what my wife gave me. I've been trying to get it off for years.
Venga.
And embracing hands, look right into his eyes and repeat after me, please. With this ring,
Con este anillo.
I thee wed.
Yo, Andrea.
Ven, ayúdame. Yo, Andrea.
I, Andrea.
Yo, Andrea.
Yo, Andrea.
Take thee, Mauricio.
Tomo
Tomo
Mauricio.
Mauricio.
To be my lawfully wedded husband.
Que sea mi esposo.
Para que sea mi esposo.
I promise to always love you.
Que siempre te voy a amar.
To always honor you.
Prometo que siempre te voy a amar.
To always respect you.
Siempre te respete.
To always listen to you.
Que siempre te la escuche.
To always be patient with you.
Tenga paciencia.
And to always be your best friend
Que sea tu mejor amigo, amiga.
and lawfully wedded wife.
Que sea tu esposa.
Very good. Now, Mauricio and Andrea, I can tell you something. In a marriage, you can be one of two things. You can be right or you can be married. But you cannot and will not ever be both right and married at the same time. And if you don't believe me, just ask my wife or anybody else who has ever been married for very long. They can tell you that is the truth. For the husbands, put your gorgeous wives first. Beautiful wives, put your husbands first. Let the small stuff go. Put your egos aside. 99.9% of it, it's all small stuff. There are so many things that you can both choose to bicker, argue, nitpick, and fight about. Over 1,001 things in a day if you try. Some people say that today, the day that you get married, that's the best and most difficult part of ever getting married. And that's partially true. There's the time, license, the cause, getting everybody here. There's also a relatively beautiful day outside, wonderful family, friends and family to support you, beautiful clothes. But the truly best and most difficult part of ever getting married is not today. It's the day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, crossing that bridge together. When the going gets tough, and I promise you, sometimes it'll get very tough. The tough don't simply get going, no. They sit back down together. They listen to each other, even when all they feel like doing is talking, or perhaps sometimes not talking. They compromise, even when they only want their own way, and they work it out. You can do these things. You can and will look back many years from now and have had a very happy and successful and fulfilling marriage. Can and will you both do these things?
Yes.
See? Okay. After these last few quick pieces of advice, I promise to keep it short. You are both still very young, but I tell this even to couples in their 80s and 90s and 100s. I've been married people for many, many years. I've had plenty of those couples too. There come times in your lives when you both encounter obstacles, problems, difficulties that are too great, too big, too troublesome to solve on your own or together as a couple. Don't worry. Every single couple goes through this at least once, usually many times over their lives. Never ever hesitate to go find an outside objective ear, a minister or licensed counselor, somebody not involved in the situation who has had the training, the education, and the experience to help you to work through these things together successfully, because it can be done. Some people say that seeking help when you need it is a sign of weakness. No, on the contrary, seeking help when you need it the most, as sometimes all of us do, it's not a sign of weakness, it's a definite sign of both wisdom and maturity. Also, watch your finances. The number one thing on average that couples fight about, it's about money, dinero. Always make sure that you have at least 6 months or more of your salaries in the bank for an emergency, because you never know when that could happen. COVID-19, perfect example. A lot of people lost their jobs and didn't have anything. And also,